Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Jacqueline, as Roy said, for those of you who don't know me. And first of all, I want to welcome you to this wonderful wine and dine this evening. Today is July 20th, 2022, and we have a fabulous lineup for you guys tonight. So if this is your first time here, sit back and enjoy. And we call ourselves a discovery club for a reason, because we do like to educate about our wines. And our fabulous cooks this evening that I have is Dina Harding, we have Kathy Ashby, and we have John and Sharon Wallace that are coming to you from the comforts of their home to cook a beautiful meal for you and pair it. But before we get started, I want to welcome our very own Roy Rickard, and he is going to start us with a toast. So hit it, Ro.
I am, and I'm gonna do something that some people have actually brought up, and this is a fine way to do it too. If you're like in a rush to get the wine poured, you don't have your, I've taken the seal off, I popped the cork. It's sitting here in the bottle, just sitting here. And this bottle right here, this little opening, does not give much oxygen to open the wine up. So if you think you're just setting it down on the counter and you're letting it aerate or you're letting it open up, this is not, having the bottle uncorked does not count for opening up. It's not decanted, okay? If you don't have a decanter, the best thing to do is just pour some glasses of wine and let it sit. So go ahead and pour your wine, right? I'm just going to walk you through this. You don't have a decanter yet, put it on your wish list, let the kids know that's what you want for Christmas, whatever. But I've got my wine glass and I'm just going to pour it. Now, a proper pour is about 4 ounces, which is about there. And if anybody poured me that much, I'm just going to look at them like, you're not even done, right? So I like a little bit more in my pour. I'm drinking our Tempranillo because it's going to go really good with some Thai food I have coming. And I'm going to let it sit there. But like, if I just let this sit like this, it's not in a decanter, but it's the next best thing. So the best thing to do is, like, say you're getting dinner ready and you know what wine you're going to have. You, as a rule of thumb, right, you want your reds to sit 15, 20 minutes minimum. Rule of thumb. If they're like a Cab or Merlot, those heavier wines, 30, 45 minutes. I know the Rickard Merlot, after about an hour and a half of being decanted, tastes freaking fantastic. The best for me is an hour and a half, if you can wait that long. So if you're not in a rush and you got dinner out there, as you got maybe you're doing like a salad, an appetizer, that's fine. Have that wine sitting, poured. And if you don't want them to drink it yet, just set it on the counter because you don't have a decanter. This will let it open up by itself. Simple little tricks to do when you don't have a decanter. Letting it sit in the bottle does not open it up. Okay, that being said, sharing that little bit of knowledge with those, it seems simple, but a lot of people freak out because it's a several $100 bottle of wine and you don't have a decanter. You want to open it up. What do? Just pour it in the glasses, right? Like if I poured 2-3 glasses and let it sit, it's doing the same effect of decanting. That's just passing that through. Okay, that being said, and more people are coming in, I want to let you guys know that I cannot explain how great this is that we get to do this, and I love every Wednesday. And when I have things that are rising because of business and whatnot, and I have to listen and I'm not participating here, I love just getting on and see what's going on, and I love how we're doing the recipes. So I'm going to post the recipes for what's coming out today. There's 3 links right there, and you guys be able to browse those, look at those while the cooks are going on, and we can share those with our friends and so forth. And that being said, I'm going to toast to tradition. This Wednesday night of food, fun, and wine tradition. God bless everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
And this is going to get better as I let it sit, but my little 5-minute monologue was worth the flavor for me. All right, Jackie, take it away.
Absolutely. So here we go. We're going to get this party started, and we are going to start with Dina Harding, who is cooking she was over there just a chopping, y'all. She is cooking us a appetizer of peaches and brie, which absolutely look phenomenal. So Dina, Let us hear from you, darling.
You. I'm cooking a peach and brie quesadilla with lime and honey dipping sauce.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm pairing it with a Moonlight Sonata Chardonnay. I thought that would bring out the buttery flavor of the brie. So we shall see. So very quickly, this is a Mexican dish. It's savory and sweet. And they recommend that we use ripe but firm peaches so that your tortillas don't get soggy. I have two big, large peaches that I'm cutting up. I have 3 ounces of brie. I have flour tortillas, lime juice, honey, and brown sugar. And I have to put them all together and brown them in the skillet, and we'll see how it turns out. I think I need about 10 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. That sounds absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to taste it. I wish we could have the smells thing on the camera. So let's go over to my dear friend, Miss Kathy Ashby, and see what she's cooking up. And I do believe it is some kind of chicken salad. And she was explaining it earlier and it sounded divine. I'm a big chicken salad eater myself. So go ahead, Kathy.
Me too, Miss Jackie. And let me tell you, honey, this is my go-to meal in this hot summer weather. I can't stand to cook and heat up the kitchen and eat something hot. It just doesn't even sound appealing. So I've already done all my chopping. I've been chopping all afternoon. I've got let me see if I got to get my camera right. Okay, I got my chicken. I cooked chicken breasts and I just boiled them, and I put some garlic, that Lowry's garlic salt in there. It gives the chicken a good flavor, plus it smells good. And I've got me a bag full of seedless grapes that I've sliced up. I'm gonna dump them in there. And I got me a bag of celery that I've chopped up. I'm gonna dump it in there. I should have called it dump chicken salad.
Hey man, whatever works, whatever works. It looks yummy though.
Now I cut up a bunch of apples, and I love Honeycrisp apples. They're my favorite. But I put them in a baggie, and I used Fruit Fresh. If you've never used that, get it in the produce department. But I sprinkled Fruit Fresh in there, and it keeps your apples from turning dark.
Girl, you were reading my mind, because I was just about to ask you that. I can never keep my fruit from turning brown, and it tastes good, but it looks like hell.
I know it. It's not very appealing to try to eat brown apples.
No.
Now, I've got a thing about things being crunchy. So I got a bag full of chopped pecans here too.
Oh, wow, man.
That I put in there, and I think I've chopped too many. That looks like enough. Now, here's what I do differently. I am not a big mayo fan. And I put crushed pineapple in here.
Oh, wow.
With the juice. I have made a big bowl of chicken salad. I'm gonna have to be giving it out to the neighbors.
That's all right.
I use this as a way to hold it together. And then I'll just put a little bit of mayonnaise in it.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to go to Miss Sharon, I'll be stirring this up because I got a lot to stir.
Well, before we pass, what are you going to be pairing that with tonight, sweetheart?
Oh, yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? I have got
That's the main event, baby.
I know, baby. I got the More Than Muse Chardonnay.
Oh, the crispy Chardonnay. I like that.
I know.
Well, I tell you what, we'll pass on to Sharon, and we'll let her share with us what her fabulous dessert is going to be.
All right.
That she and John are preparing for us. So Sharon's going to round it out for us this evening. So Sharon, what are you cooking and what are you pairing it with, darling?
Okay, I am cooking. Can you hear me? Am I muted?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right. I am cooking what I call one and done cobbler. I'm choosing peach because it is peach season to go with it. And I say one and done because this is the simplest cobbler recipe you will ever make. It is literally 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1 teaspoon vanilla. You see where
Wow.
right?
Yeah, wow. Gotta hate a butter.
And a cup of milk or a can of evaporated milk. See, well, again, 1. Okay. And then you choose your fruit. I'm choosing peach. So I've got I've got 2 cans, but you can do 1 large can, so 1 sliced peaches in heavy syrup. And you dump it and throw it in the oven. So if you've got a family gathering, you've got a church function, you've got something where you don't have a lot of time, you just need to go to your pantry and use what's in there, this is it. Because most of us keep canned fruit. Flour.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I'm so glad you're sharing that. I have a dear friend that has a son who loves peach cobbler. And do you know, I didn't know how to make it. And I even tried to go buy the mix. It's hard to find. I ended up going to the local barbecue place and buying peach cobbler because I couldn't find any. So thank you for that. What are you going to be pairing that with this evening, honey?
I am pairing it with the Pinot Noir parables in red.
Oh, wow. That sounds delicious. Peter, since you're on here, before we go back to Dina or Rory, it looks like he's busy doing something. Give us a little bit of your insight on knowing what they're cooking and what they're pairing it with, just in terms of how you think those wines are going to pair with those dishes, dear.
Well, they're all really nice choices. I appreciate the red wine choice with the dessert. People usually go with white wines with the peaches, and they can work wonderfully. The peaches and even our rosés always have peachy notes. Those are wonderful, but the Pinot Noir will bring out an entirely different flavor, and especially with the cobbler and the breadiness and the toasty notes, you're going to really want that red. With the other courses, the whites are probably a better choice, especially with the pineapple and that chicken salad. Pineapple is a real tough thing for wine. I wouldn't put that anywhere near red unless it was like a cooked, probably not even then. That's where you really want to lean on the whites. And right now, this time of year, it's all the lighter wines. Even the red is a lighter red, which is great when I don't think there's anywhere in the country where it's not hot right now. So I'm enjoying some of the Grenache right now, so I'm sticking to a lighter red. But yeah, the Pinot Noir, I love that pairing with the peach cobbler. That one, I didn't expect that, and I'm really happy you're doing that. So I'm excited to hear how that one works out in particular.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
My wine choices.
Well, okay. So Dina, how you coming in your kitchen, sweetie?
As we say in Texas, I'm slinging hash. I'm cooking.
Uh-oh, I know where that comes from.
I've got the quesadillas. I've put Brie, a layer. So on the tortilla, I'm using the small tortillas and the flour tortillas. You can use wheat tortillas, give it a sweeter flavor. But I'm doing only half of it, like a taco. So I'm putting half of the Brie on half of the tortilla with 3 pieces of peach. And in the peach mixture, there's fresh peaches, there's some chives, and then there is some brown sugar. And I fold it in half and I have them in the skillet heating, melting that cheese.
Okay, so you need a few more minutes before you're ready to pair. Am I there?
I do, thank you.
Okay. All right. And it looks like Kathy is still, it looks like she may be plating. So let's go to her and then we'll come back to Dina, and maybe between Kathy and Sharon, I'll share a little bit about the club itself. But since Kathy has plated and it looks absolutely
Can you see that?
beautiful, Kathy, why don't you go ahead and plate it up and tell us how it pairs with the wine that you chose, sweetie.
All right, dear. Can you see this okay?
Absolutely. And it looks fabulous. That is
I put it on a plate with some watermelon and grilled pineapple.
Wow.
And yes, I'm not even gonna mess that up. I'm gonna take a picture to replace the one that I put on my page earlier.
Please do. That is a beautiful presentation. Absolutely.
And thank you for grilling the pineapple. I love grilled fruit this time of year. Pineapple is an amazing one to grill. Tonight, my dinner was a salad with grilled peaches. So I'm a big fan of grilled fruit this time of year.
Me too, Peter. And as a matter of fact, we grilled this pineapple for my husband's birthday dinner, and with his fillets that we cooked for him. So I love it. This was a little bit left over, and I thought, I'm just going to use that on my plate.
Absolutely. It looks beautiful. Please do take a picture of that.
Oh my goodness, this is a good batch.
It looks delicious, and that is a great choice for a summer dish, and it's hotter than Hades in Texas right now.
Whoa, it's hot in Tennessee too. Oh my goodness. I've been sipping on this wine. And this chicken salad just totally changed the taste. I mean, totally.
So what are you tasting, sweet?
With the chicken salad and all the fruit that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I splattered all over my laptop. I've actually got.
There you go. Let's see that.
It made the wine maybe smoother. I mean, I can tell it really brought out the pineapple and the grapes. Man, and the apples. I can taste all. It kind of like it enhanced the fruit in the chicken salad.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting. Peter, is that what you were expecting?
Yeah, especially with that Chardonnay. That's a nice crisp one. So it really plays well with that fruit. And yeah, bringing out especially the pineapple and the grapes are not surprising. I mean, it is grape juice after all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, before we move on, for those of you who are here for the first time, or maybe you're returning and you're still wanting to learn a little bit about the club, guys, this is a phenomenal club. I've been involved with this club for about since 2018. And as I said earlier, we do consider this a discoveries club. This is a club that is a boutique winery out of Napa and Sonoma Valley. We are a private wine label company. We have winemakers that Peter and Rory and Tanya and Brett have contracted that are generations of winemakers. You are getting wines that are cultivated with care and with expertise. These are not like your mass produced wines that we so often hear about in the stores. These wines are cultivated and fermented with the natural process. There's no added preservatives in them, and they are not bottled early. We have a group, and it's that same group. It's Rory and Peter and Adele, Peter's mother, and Tanya and Brett go out every 90 days to our vineyard, and they actually taste the wines that are going to be in the next shipments for the next 90 days to make sure that they are ready. And if those wines are not ready, they are not bottled. It is genuinely a treat to get these wines. So you can start, there's a couple of ways that you can become a member, and most people come in as a customer, and you can get 4 beautiful bottles of fine wine delivered absolutely to your door every month. It's like having Christmas, and it's $99 plus tax and shipping. But guys, these are, I can't talk enough about them. I get 2 shipments a month, if that tells you anything, because I want to make sure I always have, I'm full-blooded Italian. My family, I grew up drinking wine and absolutely love it. And it's just a delightful thing to have to pair with your meals. And that's what we're trying to educate you here on this evening. But with that said, there's also, if you want to join us as a business partner and learn how to share the wine and actually be paid for sharing it, we have a wonderful opportunity with that. Just please make sure that you get back with the person that invited you here, and they will be happy to talk to you about all the aspects of how you can join. But we do invite you to join us. We absolutely have a blast every week, and we look forward and hope you join us, and hope to see you on the next call. So with that, Sharon, are you ready, sweetheart, to plate?
I've already played it.
Well, you go, girl. Let's see what you got.
Okay. We have, I even went so far as to put ice cream.
Oh, wow. What kind of ice cream did you put?
French vanilla. Oh,
Well,
Of course.
know that.
What else
Shame
would you
on
do?
me.
it's a cobbler. What else would you put on?
Girl, I knew that's what you were going to say. I was being funny.
With a-
Oh, that's beautiful.
And see, now this is, and now I'm going to actually put the one that I made. Now, a tip that I put in the recipe that makes the whole difference when it comes to the cobbler is you mix your dry ingredients first, your wet ingredients separate, mix them together, and then you dump the peaches in. If you do it any other way, it's gonna come out a gobby mess.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you for that. I'm not a baker by trade. I cook, but I don't know how to bake. So thank you for that tip. And I'm sure there's others on here that probably would like to know that too. I hope you put that in your page.
I
What,
did.
okay, repeat that one more time, please.
Okay, you mix the dry ingredients first. You put the cup of sugar and the cup of flour, and you mix them together separately in one bowl. You put the eggs, milk, and melted butter in a bowl with your vanilla, and you mix it. Then you mix them together, pour them in your baking dish, and then you take whatever your fruit filling that you're using. Like tonight I did the peaches. I also do blueberry pie filling.
Oh, wow.
To make a blueberry cobbler. And you pour it in and just dump it in the middle. And you put it in the oven and you bake for 45 minutes. And you've got nice, sweet,
Now, I haven't looked at your page. Have you spelled that out exactly like that?
exactly like that.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you for that.
I'm gonna tell you,
didn't
like,
know that.
I got some good cobbler makers in the family. I have a way I did it, like camping is how I know how to do it. And the way you explained it explains why I've had the runny mess before. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, well, let's have a taste and you have a little sip of your wine and let us know.
Yeah, I really want to hear about this, how this pairing tastes to her. That vanilla ice cream too will really work
Well,
with it, you know.
John and my husband are the tasters. I'm allergic to all alcohol.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
well, we don't want that. Well, where are they going to come on? Are they going to come on board and taste?
They're coming right now.
Awesome. Awesome. The more the merrier.
And what's bad is I'm a licensed bartender for the state of South Carolina, but I can't drink anything.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I'd
Oh,
like
so we're going to do a formal tasting here. I love that.
Of course, everybody knows John, and this is my son-in-law too.
Well, hi, welcome.
Nice to meet you all. Been waiting all day for this. I know, me too.
It sounds absolutely delicious.
It is very delicious.
And it's okay that I had to make two because all of my kids are going to be here this weekend.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Yeah, you have plenty to go around.
Maybe he can eat half of one in one sitting. So
So what is it? What are you all tasting after you have a bite of the cobbler and then you taste the wine? You want to give us a little
For me personally, I like it because the cobbler is sweet and then you kind of offset that sweetness with the wine. So I really like that because it kind of like, you know, neutralizes it for me. So I like that a lot.
Well, thank you, John.
I'm eating the cobbler.
no, come on. And this is your chance to get out of the doghouse.
Uh-oh.
It's a big chance.
It kind of brings out some of the flavors more of the bread
Okay.
than and the peaches in the bread than just eating the cobbler without it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Roy, do you have anything to add or what you thought that Pinot Noir would have tasted like with that cobbler?
Oh, I can tell you. So the peaches is gonna, I mean, you have a lot of forward like plum and berries with the Pinot Noir. So it's just gonna enhance the taste of the fruit because the flavonoids are gonna be pulling. So it's gonna be incredible. Now, if you taste that Pinot Noir with the peaches, it's gonna give you one whole experience. The Pinot Noir with like a blueberry or that blueberry, the compote that comes from like the pie filling, that's gonna have another type of explosion. Blueberries are fun with Pinot Noir. So all I can tell you is you can take that same Pinot Noir, the cobbler, change up the fruit that's in the cobbler and have a different experience every single time because of the way those flavonoids are gonna combine.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for that. All right.
Well,
So
I'm salivating just thinking about it.
I'm
That's a great
telling
pairing
you.
for dessert. Pinot Noir it's so versatile. You should have tons of it on hand.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much for that. We certainly enjoyed watching you and your husband and your son-in-law. So we are going to go to Dina. It looks like she's ready. So you ready to share with us, sister? Oh, wow.
This is one quesadilla and you cut it into 3 wedges. And because it has lime juice, I garnished my plate with a slice of lime and a peach.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's press that Brie. And then this is the honey glaze. So let's see what that does. Oh, wow. I think I put too much lime juice in it, but I love lime juice.
Never.
No
never
such thing as too much lime juice.
No,
Never
the-
too much.
The honey, the peaches, the Brie, and the lime juice with a few scallions. Very good.
And what are you pairing that with?
Moonlight Sonata.
Okay, the Chardonnay. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
So you want to do a taste and let us know?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chardonnay and Brie are an absolute classic pairing for a reason.
Ooh,
Yeah, it definitely is.
that's yummy. If I do say so myself.
Good. Well, yeah, and that Chardonnay is not going to be overpowered by the lime. It'll definitely give it a contrast though.
Right. I love it. I found a new favorite.
Well, that looks fabulous. Well, Rory, unless you want to say a little bit more about the wine club or anything, I think we're gonna be ready to wrap this and call it an evening.
I can tell you this. I think you know, when we brought up some things that we got that Grand Cru Harvest event coming up Labor Day in September. Those of you that know what it is, it's going to be incredible. Those that don't, it's going to be like it's going to be like living a scene in a Hollywood movie for an entire night on Labor Day with incredible food paired with this amazing wine. That's going to be you know, the wine label winner is going to be on this amazing wine. And Peter, I slipped it out that this is a wine we've never released in our club before. This varietal, this is the brand new introduction of something. And what I didn't tell them is this is a very special situation. And you guys will all see it there firsthand. Cannot wait.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd like to thank our cooks for the evening. Everything looked delicious. Be sure to check out their recipes and try that at home for yourselves. But we'll be back here next week, same time, same channel. Bye.
Awesome. God bless. See you on the training Saturday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.